How's it going, Dawn? Thanks for doing this. All the hoopla coming around tomorrow. Maybe some people forgot that it's also Senior Day. I was wondering to do the Senior Day tradition and start, all of your technical seniors.
It is Senior Day. It's a bittersweet moment. And I think that our seniors would all, the ones that start and the ones that don't start, would want us to keep the main thing, and that is to just stay with what we're doing. I think the main thing. So we'll start who we've been starting all season long.
Joe and then Pete.
Coach, David mentioned the hoopla tomorrow. Just in terms of that in itself, just how exciting and what type of atmosphere do you expect to be created? There's always a great one when you all play at home, but this might have an extra kick to it, so to speak, with game day and then what's on the line tomorrow as well.
I think it's exciting for all of us. And I think I hope that all of women's basketball is excited because of, what's coming to our town. I know our fans are excited. I know our players are excited. I know, Tennessee is going to be excited about being in this atmosphere. And I think it's a day that we celebrate, a really good day in women's basketball.
Pete and then Augusta. Pete, you're on mute.
Dawn, how is Camilla doing, and what's her status for tomorrow?
Camilla's going to play tomorrow. She practiced yesterday and today, so we're at full go.
Augusta and then Joe.
To ask kind of about, the added expectations. There's also, an element that maybe it could create jitters. Have you talked with anybody on the team, with the team about, just keeping the focus, with the wild crowd, with the emotions around Senior Day and just everything else going on about, keeping it locked in, because this will probably start, a lot of games, the tournaments and everything where there will be these heightened expectations. So just kind of, have you spoken with them about that? And what have those conversations looked like, if you have?
No, I haven't. I think we were pretty honest with our players when we talked about what winning this game would do, and that is check off a goal of ours. This is why we play the game, why we wanted to play, why we did what we did a few weeks ago. It is to put ourselves in the best possible position to win the regular season championship, because quite honestly, if you can win this league, you got a really good shot at winning the national championship. And we felt that way for a very long time, but we surely feel it this particular year because our league is, is much more competitive than it's been. Like it's the competition is at its all-time high.
Joe and then Pete.
Dawn, you always mention because you're number one, you get everybody's best shot. Right. So what is Tennessee like when they're at their best, and what are you bracing for tomorrow?
When they're at their best, they're rebounding the heck out of the basketball. They are pushing tempo, and pushing in transition. They're spacing the floor for threes. And then in the half court, I think they do a really good job at putting the ball in Jordan Horston's hands and let her facilitate for other people or for herself. They are really good when she's creating for herself and other players, in particular, Tamari Key.
Pete and then David.
Dawn, I know Champ was working on the scout the other day. Have you heard anything else, any more about Horston's status? And what was Tennessee doing well earlier that maybe they're not doing as well these past couple of weeks?
Champ said, my name represents championship. So, if a championship is on the line, go win. And then I think with Tennessee, they lost a key player, key reserve, Green, who was their glue. She wasn't, overly like a stat filler, but she was probably the the main chemistry glue of their particular basketball team. I can only see that she's a big difference in them before her injury and now after. And then you just have to make adjustments. So I think they were making adjustments to not having her. And, but I mean, this league is unforgiving. They'll take advantage of you when you least expect it, or, when you lose someone to injury, knock on wood. And we like people at their full strength. We didn't want to see her to go down. We want to play the very best at full strength. And if Jordan, if they give her the go to play, she's going to play. So we were preparing as if she's going to be a big part of what they do.
David, go ahead.
Don, I believe there's 5 technical seniors on the roster, but only one, Lily, is out of eligibility. I mean, have any of those decisions been made about last year? Is that an end of the season question?
Yeah, that's an end of the season, question. I would probably bank on definitely Henny and V being the ones that want to get to that next level.
Pete?
Hello. Here we go. Yeah, Don, I've got a couple of equality questions. I guess you saw the other day that the NCAA said there won't be any shared Final Four sites for men and women in the near future. I know that was something everybody I talked to didn't, after that report came out last summer, didn't really think was a good idea. I'm guessing you're happy about that, having your own spotlight.
Yeah, I think just having it in different cities is best for both parties. I mean, we've been doing it this way for its existence. We just need more staffing. I mean, if we get more staffing, the quality of both tournaments will put especially women's basketball in a place of being very proud of the best part of our season, and that's to represent well in the NCAA tournament. So, and I know they'll do their part in making sure we don't feel what we felt in San Antonio.
Don, I also wanted to ask about the WNBA. I mean, if this is it in the sense of equality, should Aaliyah and Zaya and Bria have the opportunity to go pro if they want to, just like maybe some of the men have in this game? I know it's a double-edged sword for you and you want to grow the game, and they would be here otherwise, but where do you stand on that?
Well, where I stand is if there was somebody that was really serious about wanting to go hardship, after their freshman year or before, I think they will win. That's number one. I don't think we have had anybody that would challenge that, but I think they will win. I don't know if they will win in time to get it done.
Right.
But I think they'll eventually win. And it is. You think about, like, if Aaliyah leaves after her first year of Zaya or Bree or any of them leave after their freshman year, you don't know if that league will swallow them up. And the fact that a large percentage of first rounders don't make teams past the first or second year, and where would that leave them? So, I do think players need to mature and to get as much knowledge and get as much strength. Just physical and mental strength. I just don't think you've played enough basketball to put yourself in a position to do well and have staying power. Now, there are generational players that may be in that position, but the majority of 18-year-old women aren't the ones that can sustain and beat out pros and college people that went to college for 4 years, and 5-year pros, 6-year pros, 3-year pros. So yes, I like options. I'm an options. I'm a
Yeah.
just in case type of person. So just in case I am ready, I should be able to go.
Yeah. Would you have gone early if you could, if there was an opportunity?
The way that I was turning the ball over in my freshman year, heck no.
After your junior year, you might have gone though.
Probably not, because we didn't win a national championship. I would have thought a national championship, but
Thanks, Dawn.
All right. Anything else for Coach today? Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Dawn. See you tomorrow.
Thank
see
you.
y'all. Thank y'all.